The Palisade Insectary is a facility which operates under the USDA to raise, release, and monitor a variety of insect biological controls in western Colorado. Peaches are a major crop in Palisade, and the success of the crop is imperative to peach farmers. One threat to the peach crop is the oriental fruit moth. The larvae of this moth feed on the flesh of the fruit and cause damage, which makes the fruit unmarketable. The insectary's role in peach farming is in raising a tiny parasite wasp called Macrocentrus and ancilloborus. The rearing process of these wasps is extraordinary. The production of the wasps, which are endearingly referred to as Mac at the insectary, starts with their host, the oriental fruit moths. The adult moths are released between shelves, which are covered with linen egg sheets. The adults are left for 24 hours before the shelves are flooded with carbon dioxide and ether, and the adult moths are vacuumed up. The egg sheets, now covered, are collected and hung in a warm corner until the moth eggs begin to hatch. When they are ready, the sheets are laid out over a pan of pierced potatoes, which are a cheap substitute for the peaches which they typically feed on. The tiny moth larvae fall into the potatoes and crawl inside the holes. 150 female wasps are collected from a rearing cabinet and released into the potato pan, where they parasitize the moth larvae. The potato pans are then moved into a separate room, where the moth larvae mature. When they are ready to pupate, they crawl downwards, falling into pans filled with sand, where they spin cocoons. During the moth's pupation, the wasp eggs hatch inside approximately half of the pupae and begin to feed and grow, eventually filling up the puparium. At this point, the two insects are indistinguishable from each other. Since the wasp pupae need to be sorted out for distribution, this creates a problem. Luckily, Mac expert Dan Nees has a trick up his sleeve. First, Dan sifts all the pupae out of the sand and into a filtering bucket. The filtering bucket is lowered into a vat of strong bleach mixture, which dissolves the outer casing of the pupae, thus removing the sand and leaving only the rice-sized pupae inside. Next, Dan uses an alcohol mixture to sort the pupae based on density. The Mac pupae all have an air bubble, which causes them to rise to the top, where they are easy to scoop up. The pupae are then rinsed and set out to dry. A portion of the wasp pupae are packaged and distributed. Approximately 1.5 million Mac are distributed per season. A small number of both wasps and moths are kept to breed the next generation.